Hey guys, here with you with another video for my Ecomp 455 major learning project on learning how to play the game Minecraft. So what this video is going to be on is really just learning how to survive the first day and night when an individual first starts playing the game. So all I'm going to do here is I'm simply going to go in, I'm going to create a brand new world. Okay, I'm going to call it Surviving First Day and Night. Okay, I'm going to leave it as survival mode because that's what I've been playing in, and then I'm simply going to create the terrain. Now, the first thing that we're going to do when we get in here is we're going to find our first tree and we're going to gather some wood because wood is obviously a resource that you need in order to craft certain tools and other materials. So as you can see, I'm in the world here now, lots of trees around me, so I'm just going to locate one, and I'm simply going to cut it down in order to get some wood so that I can first create a crafting table, and then once I have that I can create some tools and weapons that are going to be very helpful uh, in hopefully hunting some wild sheep, as well as locating some cobblestone, and then digging a hole and using that to shelter ourselves for the first night. Now, the reason why I said we need to hunt some wild sheep is because in order to build a bed in Minecraft, you need some wool. Okay, so now that I got a little bit of wood, I'm going to get in here, I'm going to create my crafting table as quickly as possible here because you only have about 10-15 minutes max before nighttime comes along. And to be honest with you, when an individual first begins playing Minecraft, it's going to be very difficult for them to survive if they don't have some sort of a shelter before it gets dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm just creating a few things here in order so that I can create some weapons and other tools. Okay, so I got some sticks and I also got some wooden planks. Okay, so I'm going to use the crafting table now. First thing I'm going to build is a axe. Okay, in case I need to cut down some more trees, an axe obviously enables you to cut them down much quicker. Okay, second thing, we'll build a shovel. This allows us is going to allow us to dig our hole that we're going to use for shelter. It's going to allow us to dig that hole much quicker. And then I'm going to create, actually I shouldn't have done that quite yet. I'm going to create a pickaxe, which is going to help us get our cobblestone. And then the last thing I'm going to create is a sword, which is going to help us with our hunting of hopefully wild sheep, and it's also very beneficial for using to protect yourself. So now that I've got those four tools, okay, I'm going to see if I can locate some wild sheep in order to find or in order to gain some wool. Okay, so in a perfect world, I'd run right into some sheep. Obviously, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Usually, during your first day, you can survive without any food. Now, it's obviously not a bad idea to hunt some wild chickens or wild cows or anything that you run into just in case you do need that food. However, I've just located some sheep, which is awesome because we'll be able to get our wool and we're going to be able to create our bed and create a shelter and find a place that we want to live all before it gets dark. So in order to create a bed, you need 3 pieces of wool and 3 wooden planks. So that means I have to hunt a minimum of 3 sheep, hoping that they each drop a piece of wool. So in order to hunt a sheep, you have to hit them twice, okay, and then they'll drop some food along with some wool, okay. So as you can see, I'm gaining some wool. I'm also gaining some meat there. That's going to be very beneficial because obviously that's going to allow me to eat. Um, once I obviously create a furnace in order to cook the meat, obviously we don't want to eat raw meat. So that's going to be the next thing that we're going to do. Okay, so I got plenty of wool in order to make my bed. I got plenty of food for right now. So now that I've got that, I'm simply going to locate some cobblestone. So in order to do that, we're just really going to dig down until we find some cobblestone. Okay, and then we're going to use our pickaxe in order to uh, round up that cobblestone so that we can make our furnace. Okay, so all I'm doing here is I'm creating a little area that we're eventually going to run into some cobblestone here once we get a little deeper. Now you can also use this hole if you'd like in order to shelter yourself once it starts to get dark, and I think that'll be our plan. So obviously you don't have enough time to build a house in one day. So what you have to do is you have to find some sort of other shelter, and the best way that I think to do that is to simply dig yourself a bit of a hole, okay, and then once you have that, you can fill it, or you can enclose it with the dirt that you dug up, okay, and then nothing can get in and kill you. So, and since we have our bed, we can actually get through the night in a matter of seconds, which is very, very nice. Because otherwise it takes about 10-15 minutes in order for night to pass, and nighttime in Minecraft is when all the monsters and the dangers come out and try to kill you. So, now, as you can see, I've located some cobblestone. I've dug, it's a pretty decent hole here. So all I really need here is 9 pieces of cobblestone in order to make that furnace to cook that food. Okay, really what you could do at this point is enclose the hole and build your bed and just get ready for the night and then sleep the night away and get up and then probably locate where you want to live. And once you've done that, you're pretty much on your way to just start crafting things. And that's really the fun part about Minecraft, is obviously making cool builds and learning how to do some other stuff. So now that I've got this cobblestone, okay, actually I'll dig the whole thing out here. And then I'm simply going to dig myself out of the hole, and then I'm going to enclose it. Now in order to enclose the hole, it can be kind of tricky at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's quite simple. Okay, so obviously you can see here I've actually lost my shovel and my pickaxe. Okay, but right now I'm actually more worried about getting this hole closed in before dark. So once I do that, I can actually create some more tools and weapons. But right now, all I'm going to do is enclose this hole that we've built, or dug, sorry, I guess we didn't really build it. But we dug it in order to protect ourselves from the dangers of the night that will be coming along shortly here. Okay, so as we do this, obviously not very hard to fill in the top here. You can do it with dirt, you can do it with wood, you can do it with any sort of material. Obviously dirt is very, very easy to find, so I find that it's the best material to use for a simple hole like this. Now actually right before we do that, it's going to be pretty dark in that hole once you close it up, so I'm actually going to get a few materials in order to build a torch. So all I need here now is I believe the only thing I really need that I don't have is charcoal. So in order to get some charcoal, you just need some fuel, and you simply burn piece of wood and it turns into charcoal. Well, you'll see soon enough here. I'm just going to gather some of this so I can make a few torches and also make a few more tools that I'm going to need later on. So now if I can go back and I can find that hole that I was digging. Here it is. Okay, so I'm simply going to go in here. The first thing I'm going to do, throw my crafting table out, get this furnace built. Okay, because we need the furnace in order to get the torches, and we also need the furnace in order to eat. Okay, and then we will make the bed once we get our hole filled in here. Okay, so here's our furnace. Obviously very quickly made that. Okay, gathered cobblestone back up here, throw it in your inventory. Alright. Okay, so as you can see, it's getting dark here, so I need to get a move on. Otherwise it's going to get pretty difficult to do. Actually, you know what? I'm going to set the furnace right there, and I'm actually going to enclose this so that we don't get killed, because you can actually get into the furnace and see what you're doing. So as you can see, I've located the furnace. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the wood that I dug up, I'm going to put some wooden planks in here. Okay, now I don't have a lot, so I obviously, this is all the wood that I have, so I don't want to burn it all into charcoal. Okay, you only need one piece of charcoal in order to build 4 torches, which is more than enough to light this little hole that we have here. Okay, so I'm actually going to stop at 2 pieces of charcoal. Okay, as you can see, I'll exit out of the furnace. Okay, you can make a torch in your 2x2 crafting area. Okay, so that's what we'll use in order to build the torch, so that we don't have to wander around our hole in the dark here and try and locate our crafting table. Okay, and now that I have that, I'm simply going to select my torch and I'm going to throw one wherever, and then I can light this area up here. Okay, so there, that's probably well, that's light enough here to do what we need to do. So anyways, I guess I got 2 crafting tables in here. Anyways, that's not important. So now that now that I have some light, the next thing that I'm going to do before I eat here, because I'm not starving here, I'm not dying of starvation, is I'm going to make my bed. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the crafting table. Okay, and in order to make a bed, you take 3 pieces of wool. Okay, you lay them across, and then you also need wooden planks. Okay, so before I deal with the wool, I need some more wooden planks. Okay, and we are going to make our bed now with 3 wooden planks and 3 pieces of wool. Okay, so there's my bed. That was really one of the big things we needed to make it easier to get through the first night. Okay, so now that I have that, I can simply throw it down here, and then I'll be able to go to bed right after I cook some of this food. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do here is, I might have hooped myself for trying to get the furnace going. Oh, no, there we go. We'll have enough. No, you can use wooden planks as a source of fuel. So that's going to cook up our mutton for us. Okay, doesn't look like these dark oh no, there they go. Okay, so anyways, you don't have to stay in the furnace. It'll burn. It'll cook that food. Okay, it's not gonna burn anything down. So as that's gonna happen, okay, you can poke your head out here if you want. Okay, and you can see that it's actually dark. Okay, now if I went out there, there's a good chance that I'd probably get attacked by some sort of a monster or something. So we're not going to go out there. Instead, we're simply going to go to our bed and we're going to go to sleep. And once I get up, see, it'll get you up. It only takes about 3 seconds. Okay, I can go over here and then I can dig out and it's daytime. Okay, so if I wouldn't have went to bed there, it would have taken probably 10, like I say, 10-15 minutes before it's light. And if you don't have a bed, you're stuck down here for that time. Okay, so that's why we wanted a bed, and that's really the big reason why it's important to locate a wild sheep. But obviously, if you can't find some wild sheep, the best thing to do is to get the required resources to build a furnace. Get some fuel for your furnace and get some food so that you can eat, so that you're not starving. And yeah, so just to end things off, we'll go back into our furnace here. You can see I got some cooked mutton now, so I can eat that. Okay, and then my as for hunger, I'm back up to full health, and then now you can pretty much gather this stuff up. Okay, or if you're satisfied on building your house around here, probably not a bad idea. Okay, if there's some sheep, there's a good chance if you wandered around you'd find some wild cows, wild rabbits. See, there's a zombie. See, so that's one of the things you really got to be careful about. Pretty soon he'll just disintegrate. They don't survive in the daytime. As you can see, he's on fire. But anyways, you just can kind of run away from him. But yeah, I would say this probably isn't a bad place to build a house. Okay, you might have to do a little bit of landscaping, but obviously with the sheep, and you saw some wild chickens running around, so obviously there's a good food source. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. What I'm going to be going over in my next video is actually going over how to breed, how to farm. Okay, so going to be going over how to grow some wheat, and also how to round up some cattle and some chickens, and how to breed. Okay, and yeah, so that'll be the next video. As I said before, you'd want to go back and find that hole wherever it is. I'm having trouble finding it right now. But you'd want to go back there and obviously gather up your stuff, because there was obviously a few useful things in there, your crafting table and your furnace. So anyways, I'm not going to run around looking for that stuff, but that's how you would survive the first day and night when you first start playing Minecraft. So, and here I found the hole again. So yeah, you'd want to gather all this stuff up, or like I said, if you're satisfied with building your house in this area, okay, just leave this hole for your shelter until you get that house built. So anyways, I should have my next video up here soon enough. So I hope you found this one interesting. I hope it wasn't too long and boring, but yeah, the next video will be on doing some farming. So till next time, thanks, bye.